Thank you. So, good morning. I'm going to talk to you today about the game Lost Embers, The Quest for Lifeblood. Our studio is called Huawei Studio. It's composed of me, Cyril Lagarrigue, and Adeline Gaulier. 6 years ago, when we met, a game idea started to germinate. We wanted to do a game with a sense of adventure, with an original world to explore, but also with exciting combat. So we wanted to do an action RPG with a sense of discovery, but also that tells its story in a streamlined way, with less text than usual. So what we wanted to focus on is to tell the story through the environment and the gameplay. What we ended up with is a mix between Zelda for the graphic style, fun and accessibility, and Dark Souls for the combat, the RPG mechanics and the overall structure. I'm going to show you the beginning of the game, the prototype. So you start the game on a beach. You don't know anything about your character. You just know that you're an outcast and you just escaped a shipwreck. So you start exploring. And you see it's not an ordinary beach. There are crystals, giant crabs. So you start exploring and you find a mysterious cave. So you decide to enter. And when you enter, the mood radically changes. You see that it's not an ordinary cave. It's filled with ancient mechanisms and also shrines that react when you touch them. They heal you when you touch them. And you resurrect at these shrines. So you'll understand later why this phenomenon occurs. So you push further and you explore further into the cave. You fight more enemies that drop gemstones that are useful to activate mechanisms. You find diverse enemies, but hopefully you find new weapons that allow you to vary how you fight. And you push further, and you feel that you get closer to somewhere important because it's heavily guarded, there are traps. And you figure out that this place is not a cave, it's a forgotten sanctuary, a deeply religious place for ancient people. So, and you stumble upon the items that give its name to the game, the Lost Ember. You know it's important because it's protected by a charm. So you deactivate the charm and you take the Lost Ember. And when you take it, a big power goes through you, an incredible power. And you can use the gem you find to increase your stats. You push further, you fight even stronger enemies, and you find the exit of the cave. And you figure out that you didn't enter by the main entrance. That was the main entrance. So you start exploring the world to finally realize the importance of what you just lived and to find your quest. So what I just showed you is the beginning of the game. It's a prototype of the beginning of the game. But the game then expands. It expands in two ways. It expands in terms of its world. So it's at the beginning it's linear, and then it's an open world. And it also expands in its gameplay, because in the game you find weapon, outfits, spells, and increase your statistics. And it's going to allow you to choose your fighting style. So an easier or harder fighting style, or a melee or range weapon fighting style, and you can kind of choose your class like that. But anything in between. So that's it. That's our game, Lost Ember, The Quest for Lifeblood. We feel it's at home on Nintendo Switch, but we also want to go out on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. We want to increase the production value and release it in 2021 at $29.99 US. And if you like what you saw, you can come play on our booth. Thank you very much.